For the Northeast European culture of similar name, see Pitted Ware culture. The Pitted Ware culture was a hunter-gatherer culture in southern Scandinavia, mainly along the coasts of Svealand, Götaland, Åland, northeastern Denmark and southern Norway. Despite its Mesolithic economy, it is by convention classed as Neolithic, since it falls within the period in which farming reached Scandinavia. It was first contemporary and overlapping with the agricultural Funnelbeaker culture, and later with the agricultural Corded Ware culture. Economy. The economy was based on fishing, hunting and gathering of plants. Pitted Ware sites contain bones from elk, deer, beaver, seal, porpoise, and pig. Pig bones found in large quantities on some Pitted Ware sites emanate from wild boar rather than domestic pigs. Seasonal migration was a feature of life, as with many other hunter-gatherer communities. Pitted Ware communities in eastern Sweden probably spent most of the year at the main village on the coast, making seasonal forays inland to hunt for pigs and fur-bearing animals and to engage in exchange with farming communities in the interior. This type of seasonal interaction may explain the unique alvestropile dwelling in southwestern Götaland, which belongs to the Pitted Ware culture as far as the pottery is concerned, but to the Funnelbeaker culture in tools and weapons. Tools. The repertoire of Pitted Ware tools varied from region to region. In part this variety reflected regional sources of raw materials. However, the use of fish hooks, harpoons, and nets and sinkers was fairly widespread. Tanged arrowheads made from blades of flintstone are abundant on Scandinavia's west coast, and were probably used in the hunting of marine mammals. Ceramics. One notable feature of the Pitted Ware culture is the sheer quantity of shards of pottery on its sites. The culture has been named after the typical ornamentation of its pottery, horizontal rows of pits pressed into the body of the pot before firing. Though some vessels are flat-bottomed, others are round-based or pointed-based, which would facilitate stable positioning in the soil or on the hearth. In shape and decoration, this ceramic reflects influences from the ceramic culture of Finland and other parts of northeastern Europe. Established in the 6th and 5th millennia BC, small animal figurines were modeled out of clay, as well as bone. These are also similar to the art of the Pitted Ware culture. A large number of clay figurines have been found at Götaland on the island of Åland, including some which combine seal and human features. Graves. Its grave customs are not well known, but Västerbjärs on the island of Götaland has produced a large number of grave fields, where the limestone has preserved the graves well. In these graves, archaeologists found skeletons laid on the backs with well-preserved tools in bone and horn. Numerous imported objects testify to good connections with the Scandinavian mainland, Denmark and Germany. Genetics. A theory among archaeologists was that the Pitted Ware culture evolved from the Funnelbeaker culture by a process of abandonment of farming for hunting and fishing. However, the two populations are genetically distinct. The 19 Pitted Ware samples from Götaland were dominated by mitochondrial DNA haplogroups U4, U5 and U5A, though it should be noted that, because of the low resolution of the tests performed, some haplotypes reported as U4 may actually belong to haplogroup H. By contrast, the 3 Funnelbeaker samples from Götaland contained no haplogroup U. This is consistent with findings elsewhere in Northern Europe of a distinct difference in mtDNA between hunter-gatherers and farmers. Another hunter-gatherer of the Pitted Ware culture, dated to 2900 to 2600 BC, belonged to Y2A1. A very low level of an allele strongly associated with the ability to consume unprocessed milk at adulthood was found among Pitted Ware culture individuals in Götaland. Sweden. This frequency is dramatically different from the extant Swedish population. Language. As the language left no records, its linguistic affiliations are uncertain. It has been suggested that its people spoke a language related to the Uralic languages and provided the unique linguistic features discussed in the Germanic substrate hypothesis.